Greetings. This is another lesson from the Center for Ascension, and it is from Tia, our expert in astral projection training. We are your host for this session, which is myself, Russ Hatfield, who is joined by my twin soul, Kara, who is a higher dimensional member of Ashtar Command on Hades Base. This is a lesson given to a young guest of ours who is just getting started in traveling astrally. She provides a crucial tip of increasing the body's energy level before departing to help with longer distance trips. Please subscribe if you want at the end of this video to be alerted to future channeling sessions, editorials from Kara and myself, and lessons from the Center for Ascension. And now, boosting the range and focus. Channeled through Mark Crocker by Tia.
Astral travel. I have my notes here. Nice big pile of them. Okay. Now we have an astral traveler, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm. Don't be afraid to talk. I don't fight very often. Many people annoy me.
You're the astral traveler here now. That's the first step.
Ryan.
Healed.
Ryan there.
And you are talking to a female.
Ryan knows who Tia is, don't you? Who I am. Okay. Now, astral travel. Mark tells me that you can travel about 500-mile radius, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that you've been experimenting with increasing your ability, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, do you have questions before I get down to the technical stuff? No. Okay. Right. Now, okay, let's skip that. Let's go on to that. Okay. Now then, your breathing technique. Do you do 10 deep and 10 shallow, or do you just let yourself drift off? Okay. Okay. So we'll work on increasing your ability, and we'll give you a framework to work within that will enhance and expand your ability. Okay, now the other night you were discussing with Mark, if my memory is correct, because I was listening, instead of doing 500 miles, going to somewhere like the city where the Bears are. No, the Cubs. The Bears? Cubs? It's a city where a football team is called the Bears.
Talking about Chicago or Detroit. Okay.
And
go ahead. Speak up, because we're recording this.
Yeah.
You know, we need this for future reference.
Mm-hmm.
So speak up.
Yeah, don't be shy. Don't be shy. I'm the shy one here. I used to run and hide, didn't I? Mm-hmm. Used to have a hell of a time getting into channeling sessions with people I didn't know. I used to talk all squeaky and funny. Still do from time to time. But yeah. Okay. Mark suggested Chicago, I think, which is about 3,000 kilometers, correct? Yeah, that's about 3,000.
No, that'd be less than 3,000 kilometers.
But I don't know. They're your measurements. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say it'd be more like 2,300 kilometers. Just off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that would be, instead of twice as far, that would be 3 times as far as you would want to go. And that would stretch you a little bit too much, I think. Okay, now what we suggest is, going back to the breathing, is that you do 10 deep and 10 shallow. And pace them nice and gently so that you inhale a lot of oxygen on the first 10, and then you exhale not as much oxygen on the 10 shallow. And then I assume that you feel your body getting lighter and lighter, correct? Yes. Okay, and then you just break free and float up and head off, correct? Okay. Now, to increase your stamina, what you might try is, do you drink coffee? Tea? Occasionally. Some kind of stimulant that will keep you more focused, because you have sort of like a haze around the edges when you look. Because that should sharpen it. But also, exercising will help to increase your stamina, not only to your physical body, but to your astral body. So being physically fit also helps with your astral travel. You ski, right? Yeah. Ski. Oh, snowboard. Oh, you're one of those long-haired types, huh? Not yet, but you're working on it. Okay. Now, with the breathing technique and the exercising, what you can do in the meantime is put yourself into a semi trance state. Do you know anything about yoga? No. Okay, now there's a position that yogis recommend, and hold on, whilst I sit Mark up to demonstrate. He's wearing a knee brace. That might make things entertaining. Okay. Okay, so it's not going to go all the way around, but normally you'd bring your leg underneath here. It's not going to go all the way. Now what you would do is put your hands out so that they're resting on the knees, right? And just feel the energy flowing into you, right? And this will make you feel a little bit lightheaded, like you're about to astral travel. Now what you're doing is you're charging your being with energy coming in from around you, so that you go inhale and then exhale. And then you wait a bit, and then inhale again and exhale. And what this is doing is charging your astral form with energy, which will increase your radius and range. It will also increase your lung capacity, which means that it will help with the exercises as well. Do you have any questions at this point? Okay. Yes, okay. So by doing the breathing routines, that will help increase the energy flow within your being and charge your astral body and increase your lung capacity for your physical body. So by increasing the energy, you can actually travel a further distance. Now, have you got any particular problems with astral traveling, like maintaining focus? Yeah. Okay. Now, what we can do to help you is, if you pick an object, right? Let's say the bookcase there. You see the bookcase, and keeping your eyes open, what you do is, without touching it, you imagine all the books disappearing off there. And then you imagine, whilst keeping your eyes open and looking at the bookcase with the books on it, you imagine it being without books. And then you imagine what you want to put on there. Let's say you want to put on little tiny miniature trees or little tiny miniature buildings. You visualize those there instead of seeing the books there. And that will help you to focus mentally. And how it does this is it's sharpening your mind to the perception that you have when you astral travel. Or what you can do as another helpful technique is, instead of traveling a great distance, right, is traveling into the next room and putting an object, let's say a book, right, and a book with a picture on the front, and you go and have a look at the picture, and you keep concentrating on that picture. And then when you come back, right, you write down what you saw on the book, and then you go and check. And this will help you with your focus. Okay, any questions? Come on, you must have one question. No? Okay, let's proceed with the next part. Okay, now, when you start to travel over the 750 kilometers, is that correct? 500 miles.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. Who wants to argue? Yes, Johnny. Never mind.
No, we'll talk later.
Okay. Now, over the 500 miles in the circle that you do, what you can do is, if you have a map of the continental USA, you get one of those things with points on it and a pencil, and you do a circle, let's say, that is 800 miles, right? And you pick a town, and you travel to that town. Now, first time that you do that, it will be a strain. Mark suggested doubling the distance. I suggest doing it in little increments, because that way, instead of stretching yourself hard, you stretch yourself a little bit. And you pick a town, let's say it's somewhere in Montana, and you pick the town of Missoula. Is that correct? Missoula?
Missoula, Montana.
Yeah, that's the place. Missoula. Right, you pick that town, and you astral travel to it. Now, if my memory's correct, that is the capital of that state, right?
No,
It's not?
Helena.
Okay, Helena would do. They're pretty close together anyway. Or they look so on a map. I've never been to either of them. You pick the capital, right? You astral travel to the capital. Now, you don't need to go off and look at pictures and stuff like Mark suggested, because, yeah, I have confidence in your ability. I see it in your aura that you are an astral traveler, right? And you travel to it, you see what you see, and you come back. Now, you will be tired. So if you want to take a nap, you're welcome to it. Also, I suggest is that you keep a journal of your trips when you do the stretching trips where you increase your ability. Now, how it helps you in your everyday life is it gives you much more focus on what you want to do. It gives you an objective, and it affects everything else that you do, that you get more of an objective. It gives you somewhere to aim for, and it makes your life more focused, that you can direct your energies better. It increases your concentration level. It increases your mental processing abilities, so that you can think and decide much quicker. You have any questions now? No? Okay, well, I'm going to step out for a few, and I'm going to put the next person in. And don't worry, I don't bite.
Yes, you do.